Hi guys, well in this video I want to explain further why it is you need other people to fund your lifestyle. But before I do that, I have a small announcement to make. I'm regularly asked if I do mentoring or one-to-one consultations, and I've always struggled a bit with A, the time it takes to do it, and B, how much I charge for that. But I think I've reached a compromise right now. So if you want to spend an hour with me, either over the telephone or via a Zoom call, and you can ask me anything you like about my journey, your journey. If you want me to design a specific wealth program for you, then we can do that during that time too. If that's interesting to you, then please go in the link below. It's calendly.com/stupid is the norm. So I said in a previous video some things that really made me sound like some evil criminal. I said things like, you have to live off the sweat of other people's hard work, which is the sort of thing that Jeremy Corbyn would say about capitalists, that is. And whilst I am a capitalist, I'm no capitalist extremist. But I can see why that sort of viewpoint, those words, could be taken as being extreme. So I want to talk a little bit more about that. You see, you can't be a millionaire during your own time. There just isn't enough time. And whilst I work 60 hours a week, I'm being a bit of a slack ass actually, because I used to work 80 hours a week. But now, because of increasing income from rental properties, I don't need to work so hard. But even if you could work 24 hours a day, that's a ceiling you can't burst through. It's 24 hours, physical ceiling. There's no way you get around it. And you can't work that hard and that long for any sustainable time. So what you need to do is incentivize other people to give up part of their 24 hours in order to work for you so you can achieve your wealth goals. Now, by incentivize, what I mean is you need to provide a service that other people are willing to pay for, and so that increases your income. Now, that could come in the form of perhaps a rental property. So now I buy a house, I've worked hard for the deposit, which I invest in the property, and that house now provides a place for someone who either can't get a mortgage or doesn't want a mortgage to live in. And in return, they have to work some of their day in order to pay me the rent. It works the same in companies too. If I buy a share in a company, the company does that, sells me those shares because it's cheaper to do it that way than borrow money from the bank. What the company then do is then they invest in that money in their business, which grows the business, which employs more people who are then working to make profits for this company, and the company then pay us a dividend to do so. And if you're lucky, the stock price rises too. Now, what I'm not doing this video for is some sort of apologist for capitalism. I love capitalism. Capitalism has proven itself as the most efficient way to make wealth in the world for those people who are willing to make sacrifices in order to accumulate it. What it's also good at is building up resentment in those people who aren't willing to make those sacrifices and see those rich buggers over there as having stolen their goods from them. That is, they can't have that money, they can't have that house because they have stolen it from them, without realizing that what actually happened and how they gained those goods is because they behaved differently to what they are themselves. The benefits of capitalism can be exploited by anyone willing to make the sacrifices to achieve wealth. I know because I'm making them here and demonstrating them on this channel. What it does require is a lot of effort. Most people aren't willing to put that effort in. As Bill Gates said, it's not your fault you're born poor, but it is your fault if you die poor. So let's we, the 10%, not die poor. And to do so, you have to incentivize other people to work on your behalf to pay for your lifestyle. Don't forget, if you want to spend an hour with me, then go below and click that Calendly link. Don't be stupid and don't be normal, guys.